Welcome everybody to the 2-Minute Prophecy Update, the view of the Rapture today. We're going to explain a little bit about what the Rapture is and why we believe it's before the tribulation. I have some notes I've taken from Dr. Tim Lahaye, his books that I've studied, and I'm going to give you some differences as quickly as I can in this 2 minutes. Why the Rapture is before the tribulation, and it's different than Christ coming again on his second coming at the end of the tribulation. First, Christ comes in the air and calls us up to heaven. In the second coming, Christ comes down and sets his feet down on the earth. Another one is Christ takes us up to the Father's house. If we're going to the Father's house, why would we come right back down? There's a definite difference between being taken up and Christ coming back down again. Another one is there's no judgment on the earth during the rapture, but in heaven during the tribulation we are up there talking with Jesus about the things we've done on the earth. And that's called the judgment seat of Christ. The church is taken to heaven, and that's the rapture, and Christ sets up his kingdom on earth at the second coming. Why would he take us to heaven if he's just going to have set up his kingdom on the earth? That doesn't make any sense. So there has to be some time difference between those two things. The rapture is imminent. It can happen at any moment, and the second coming can't happen for at least 7 years. There are many signs for the second coming. There are no signs for the rapture. It's for believers only. The rapture is for believers only. It affects, the second coming affects all humanity. There's a time of joy for the rapture. We are joyful that we're going to be taken to heaven. And when Christ comes at the second coming, there's a time of mourning. We have Armageddon and war going on. For the rapture, it is before the day of wrath. We are saved from the time of wrath. And if you read the judgments in Revelation for the tribulation, it is all wrath during that time. The second coming is when we have Armageddon and Jesus binds Satan for 1,000 years. At the rapture, we talked about the judgment seat. At the second coming, there's no time for judgment. There's no place for that. He sets up his kingdom, and we rule with him. It is the marriage of the Lamb at the rapture. We go up and we have the marriage of the Lamb. The bride descends with him. We come down with Christ at the second coming. So he takes us up. After 7 years, he brings us back down. At the rapture, only his will see him. So we are the only ones who see him. At the second coming, everybody sees Christ. So there's a definite difference in scriptures for rapture and the second coming. And the last one, at the rapture, the tribulation begins sometime soon afterwards. At the second coming, the 1,000-year kingdom begins. That's your 2-minute prophecy for the day. Have a great day.